It's June 13th, 2009, and this is what's new in space today. NASA was forced to scrub today's launch of Space Shuttle Endeavour due to a leak of gaseous hydrogen in the umbilical system that vents the flammable gas away from the shuttle on the launch pad. Mission managers will meet this weekend to discuss repairs to the system and set a new launch date, which will be no earlier than June 17th.
Okay, well, we got into tanking on time this evening. Everything was going perfectly fine per plan. But just like on the STS-119 mission, we suffered a leak at the ground umbilical carrier plate just as soon as we got into the topping part of the sequence on the hydrogen load. The leak signature was almost identical to what we had 2 flows ago. The guys on console cycled the valve as they did previously. They cycled the valve 4 times trying to clear up that leak, and in the past, every now and then that'll work for us. This time, again, it didn't work for us, and so we were out of spec leakage at that disconnect. That's the disconnect at the side of the tank that falls away right at T0, so we have to maintain that connection until we lift off. So again, we suffered that leak there. We did our standard troubleshooting. The leak did not clear up, and we got into our drain operation at that point.
After the leak was detected, the launch team began draining the external fuel tank at 12:06 a.m. Eastern Time before a launch scrub was officially called at 12:26 a.m. The leak was detected near the end of the 3-hour fueling operation that began at 9:52 p.m. Friday evening as engineers cycled a vent valve on the liquid hydrogen tank. Just as happened during the STS-119 countdown, the leak cropped up near the ground umbilical carrier plate where the external tank side of the vent valve assembly connects with its counterpart on the external side. NASA's current plans call for replacing what engineers suspect is a leaky seal on the valve. Then the vent line will be reattached to the external tank and tested for any misalignment between the 2 sides. If everything checks out, the launch team could then pick up the countdown on Monday for a Wednesday morning liftoff.
Looking briefly at the plan ahead, it's going to be very similar to what we did for STS-119. It's a 4-day scrub turnaround is what we're estimating right now. That's a preliminary plan, but I would not expect it to be any shorter than that. We're going to have a scrub turnaround meeting with the launch team here at 2:30, and I'll go back over there and get together with the guys, and we'll put together the details of the troubleshooting plan. But here again, it's going to be very, very similar to what we went through last time on STS-119. And so we'll see where that plan lays out. We'll show that to Mike tomorrow afternoon or Sunday whenever we're ready to get together with the program and see what that would result in another launch attempt.
If all that work goes well, NASA could launch Endeavour as early as next Wednesday. However, that date is already booked on the Air Force's Eastern Range for the launch of the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter spacecraft. It takes 24 hours for the Air Force to reconfigure tracking stations and other range assets to support a different launch, and NASA had previously said the shuttle would stand down and defer to the NRO launch on a United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket if the shuttle isn't off the ground by Monday.
See what our real posture is for coming back and trying another launch attempt. Obviously, the 17th is a range problem. There's a conflict out there with LRO, LCROSS. We haven't even begun to work that yet. We've had some thoughts ahead of time. We didn't really go very far because we didn't think we need them. But we'll start those negotiations tomorrow and see where we get both with the range and with the NASA payload with LRO, LCROSS. So
NASA faces pressure to launch the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter because the United Launch Alliance has several more Atlas clients backed up waiting for the already delayed LRO probe to launch. As well, there is a Global Positioning Systems satellite and NASA's GOES-O weather satellite also waiting for launch on the Eastern Range. If LRO goes as scheduled, NASA will have only one day, the 20th, to launch Endeavour before facing a delay until July 11th due to the station's solar beta angle cutout, which precludes the shuttle launch and docking with the station between June 21st and July 10th. The mission management team will meet Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern Time to discuss the forward-going plan and to hopefully set a new launch date for Endeavour, whether it will be next week or in July. And that's what's new in space today. Thank you for watching our podcast. And if you want to watch our archive of podcasts, please visit our website at www.dailyspaceupdate.com, or for the latest spaceflight news and multimedia, visit our website at spaceflightnews.net. And be sure to tune again for our next Daily Space Update.